Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the station of decapitation without your head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, GoreCasters, and welcome back here to the GoreCast. It's Sunday. It's me and the Giz with the old school edition of the show. Old school being reduced to just be two of us, and then we.
Well, according to Katie, hello to 50% of the GoreCast, so hello from 50% of the GoreCast, I guess?
Old school edition.
Yes, yes indeed.
So, last week Giz had some bike-related issues of the motorized variety, and he was unable to make it down to the studio, and we established this a little bit too late for me to work everything over to the other studio version of the show. So, we took a Sunday off. I just bought Dark Souls. I wasn't overly upset. I've been slowly just wallowing in the misery that is... You died.
Yeah.
You died.
There was
died.
There was a conversation had apparently at one point between himself and Carter, whereby Carter theorized it would be awesome to see me playing it, and the response was he'd never play it because there would be no console left after the first training level.
You'd get to Ludwig Skundir, and that'll be it.
I don't even know what
I
that
think
means.
he's the first boss.
Okay.
The training one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But he does actually, if people rank him in difficulty through the game, the training boss lands in the middle somehow.
That sounds horrible. How does... Yeah, you're right. I
love
just smash.
I actually love it.
Why won't you die?
I love it. Some
now
people-
you're fucking
Look,
dead, aren't you?
Some people sit in wardrobes and whip themselves, and some people fucking, I don't know, hit themselves with nails in a board, or
Engage in autoerotic asphyxiation.
engage in autoerotic asphyxiation. Jesus, that's early in the show to get that in, but anyway.
You were the one that was talking about
Yeah,
it.
long and the short of it, some people do weird shit to cleanse
Enjoy
themselves. My brother described this game when he was like, "You're not playing Dark Souls, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "It's the video game equivalent of going on a pilgrimage." And I was like, "It does take you places. It does."
Are there places you want to go?
Probably if they weren't like full of fucking monsters. Cammy, what's going on, bro? How are you?
Hello.
Yeah. You probably would do if it wasn't full of monsters. Beautiful scenery, just full of shit looking to kill you. Kind of like Australia. Beautiful scenery, but full of shit that's looking to kill you. Except you can handle that.
But in a computer game, isn't that what you want?
Yes,
Because then you can kill the shit right back.
in theory.
Ah.
That's the thing.
I think I see why I shouldn't play this game.
It's good.
Why won't you die?
You're a weird little anomaly in things like this where you may actually like it. It's one of those, you need to get beaten a couple of times and then you figure out the way the boss works, and then you figure out, okay, he's going to do a big swing, a little swing, a big swing, and an axe, and then I got a good 4 seconds where I can pound the fuck out of him. So I just need to stay away from the big thing, little thing, big thing, axe.
Yeah, I see how, yeah.
Roll, smack, 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 move. Roll, smack, 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 move. Magic. Roll, smack, 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 move.
Decapitation.
Yeah. When I start streaming it, I might actually put some like old sultry tunes of dubstep on and do my own remix. Roll, smack, 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 magic. Roll, smack, 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 magic. Fuck. I'm hit. You're bleeding. I'm hit.
I
You're
ain't got
bleeding.
time to bleed.
You died. Boom, and the bass drops. Boom. Transformers fucking dubstep. I love it.
So you've that to look forward to, folks.
No.
Anyway, shall I?
Look, as much as I've always loved dubstep, I was the first one to admit that it was just the sound of Transformers fucking. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Critics, call me up. I think you're missing a Transformer porn or something like that.
I
Bumblebee. I was trying to do Bangarang and I forgot the tune.
I was going to say RC and Bulkheads based on what I've seen.
Yes, and I love dancing, Cammy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He said Dark Souls is just like one big dance move. And I was like, nope.
Rule 34 is the one that says there's porn of everything, right?
I don't know if there's an actual rule for it, but I feel if there isn't, there probably should be.
No, there's two rules. I just can't remember.
I've seen movie porn parodies that I was literally like, well, I never thought that would have fucking made its way into the pornographic industry.
The point is, what you were just saying a second ago, someone already beat you to the punch.
Like Home Improvement. There's a Home Improvement porno.
Yes, there is actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the news.
The only benefit of a Home Improvement porno is that hopefully when it gets to the accumulation shot, the guy goes. That's the only thing. That's the only thing warranting for it, and an excuse to just wear your lumberjack shirt while banging a chick.
Who needs an excuse? Worth it. Worth it.
Anyway,
my point was going to be that like that whole soundtrack of the Transformers fucking bit.
keep talking while I share this, and then we can get into the news. Actually, yeah, keep.
Well, no, someone's already beaten you to the punch, and I've seen like strange images of exactly that kind of thing.
What?
There's girl robots. Don't forget.
Get the fudge out of here.
There's been girl robots since the 80s. Like in the old
girl
Autobots.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So what would be the point otherwise?
Well, yes, obviously.
Plus, it was a weird one because when the Transformers
They had Lara Croft boobs, if memory serves me correctly. Very pointy.
Yes, but there was a difference. They were actually mechanical, and therefore part of their chassis makes sense as opposed to Lara Croft and weird pixelations.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Anyway,
You don't need to get so defensive about the farmers, dude.
I wasn't. Anyway, should I get into the news now?
We can do. Okay, so today's show, Evil Pregnancies. I said keep talking, but I could share this one post.
Okay, I'll continue talking about how weird you're making it feel that I have to talk about Transformers and porn in the same sentence.
I didn't. I said just keep talking. I didn't say keep talking about the Transformers.
I know, but now I can't think of anything else to talk about, and it's really fucked up my head.
We're live now talking. Evil
Yay!
Pregnancies.
So, yeah, needless to say, this has been an interesting week. We took a week off. We're back. We're all energized and hyper and full of skips.
No, we didn't take a week off. We took a Sunday off.
True. Girl Decepticons like Starscream. Starscream wasn't a girl, however,
He definitely sprang both ways.
Black Arachnid was, Arachnid was, although they're technically the same variation on the same character. Oh, Slipstream. She was a female version of Starscream. Originally brought about because he made clones of himself. All of them took on different aspects of his personality. He met
I
her
remember this.
in Transformers Animated. He met her and just kind of went, "What the hell?" And she just looks and goes, "Don't even ask. Just don't even ask."
You.
But she was a better him than him.
Yeah, he was bumbling.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, most recently, the
He used to be so badass, and then he got what I like to call the Skeletor treatment.
actually, now that I think about it, Decepticons also had Obsidian, I think, and most recently Flame War, Nova Storm, a few others. Damn you for getting me. What did you live for breakfast? What did I have for breakfast? Burgers, double cheeseburger actually, because I didn't have breakfast until 6.
I'm finished sharing. Let's get into the news.
Yay!
Okay, it's news time, people. Back in a moment. Newsroom.
So, rejoice,
What are we
everybody!
doing first?
I thought we already
I was
decided.
trying to act like there was an air of mystery about it, fuckface.
Oh. What air of mystery?
Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking, and in somewhat excitement about the fact that there was going to be a Friday the 13th board game coming out, not just in relation to the day, in relation to the actual, with the mask and the machete and the killings. Some sort of horror at Crystal Lake, some would say. Being the literal name of the game, Friday the 13th, horror at Crystal Lake.
Yes.
Crystal Lake. Which has now been released at a very nice price, because you and I were a little bit dubious about.
Yeah.
I could see this going in the Monopoly route where it's going to be quite expensive, but no, $30.
Yeah. Released
Perfectly acceptable.
released from the OP on Friday. Let's see now. The game Friday the 13th Horror at Camp Crystal Lake is a press your luck survival game that puts you and your friends in the roles of camp counselors in a face-off with a hockey mask's murderer for an intense 5 nights. Endure the suspense and win by gathering the most valuable supplies or finding safety as others lose everything with unexpected hitches the whole way.
Did it explain how this game came about? Because I would have thought this would have been hit with the same shit as Friday the 13th, the video game.
Well, I don't know, because
it's very branded.
it is definitely down as the first ever officially licensed Friday the 13th board game. So whatever is going on at the moment, this is on the level and everyone's hunky-dory and it's being brought out. And to be fair, it looks...
Go for it, Katie. She's going to do a sketch of us
Oh, okay.
presenting the news. Make sure I'm smoking a pipe so I look distinguished.
Quafa, quafa.
Yes. Welcome to the news.
Isn't there supposed to be a picture there instead of a blank thingy?
Oh, there is. Here we go.
Ah, very cool. Because now I can actually show people in reference the fact that the game comes with a bunch of character cards, primarily the final girl, the partier, the nerd, the jock, the diva, and the nice guy, all of which...
i.e. going to live, going to die, going to fall over a lot, then die, going to say something stupid, fall over and die, and is going to try and hit it in a girl, and it's going to go badly, and then die.
or in game context, all of which have different attributes, abilities, and probably ways of winning the game, which seems to revolve around gathering an appropriate number or the right kind of supplies to earn your points. You have to then keep the supplies and manage to not get yourself killed by Jason, who pops up every now and then to kill you and everyone around you. Which
This sounds very much like Friday the 13th video game in board game format.
well,
Meets Cluedo, as Patrick Starscream pointed out.
well, Friday the 13th, the video game was more akin to the Dead by Dawn thing, wasn't it? Whereby
Dead by Daylight.
one person's Jason and the rest of you are camp people.
Counselors. Yeah, but
in
is no
this-
one playing a Jason in this?
No.
Okay, but
Everyone's-
I mean the actual storyline scenario. Although I mean, I suppose you can't. There's only so much storyline scenario you can really work with in a Friday the 13th, unless you want to get into the later movies and no one's making a board game about Jason Goes to Manhattan. Don't crash the internet.
However, Jason X could work.
Jason
In space!
Hey, if there's some way of getting that double sleeping bag kill into board game format, I am fucking down.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. Well, in this,
Everyone's like, it's such a bad movie, and I'm like, hey, you know the way everyone loves the sleeping bag kill?
yeah,
It's 2 sleeping bags,
yeah,
1 kill.
yeah.
Well, 2 kills, but it's 1 go.
Plus, who doesn't like the face into fucking liquid nitrogen and smashy, smashy?
Amazing stuff.
So,
Amazing stuff. And the suit looked boss.
Yes.
This
yes, it did.
storyline was ropey as fuck, I will admit, but the kills were good, and it's Jason in space. You can't go wrong. Well,
Anyway.
you can, but you can't, but you can, but you can't.
Back to the game. All the players
And they did, but they didn't, but they did.
back to the game.
Yes, sorry.
All the players play camp counselors, with Jason being a random event that happens. So basically, you have escape tokens and encounter tokens. It's random when they go off because it's random when Jason will turn up. But apparently, I think they get more frequent as the nights roll on because, you know, he's coming around
The
to.
Knights.
Yeah,
Sure, he fucks off in the 14th. He's gone.
tell that to Friday the 13th, Part 3 and 4.
12001. That's not a number. 1201. Friday the 13th. 1201. Saturday the 14th.
And yet he turned up on Saturday the 14th.
Yeah, I know. I always found that odd.
Well, just don't fucking question it. Like this, clearly.
It's a literal continuation. It defeats the name of the movie.
Anyway, Friday the 13th, The Horror at Camp Crystal Lake is a game for 3 to 6 players, supposedly aged from 17 up, which is going for $29.99 from the OP. And I imagine is probably available to buy on various different nerd board gaming websites because we just love this
Nerds
stuff.
and board
We,
games.
we love this stuff.
Yes, I'm probably going to get it, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I already have a machete and a half adjacent, so I feel like the board game would be very nice.
Some people just have those things because they're nice to have.
Yes.
Not because they're Friday the 13th fans, is my point.
Oh yes, I'm sure. But I probably mostly Friday the 13th fan.
Yeah.
Although, like, I... Oh, no.
What's wrong? Oh no, man down.
Yeah, well, I mean, you and I have a bunch of board gamer people. That's fun.
I am a bunch of board gamer.
When they pay attention to the game that's going on, Steve. Just talking to you.
Yeah. I can't really say much considering how...
Even the gatekeeper's getting pissed and he's pre-recorded.
Anyway, on to the next bit of news, I think. Mm-hmm. Which is good news for fans of Midnight... Whoa, okay, never mind. Not what I thought we were going to next.
I very distinctly remember Friday the 13th. Then we do the TV show thing. And I think we'll round off on screen.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. We're good. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. So, Amazon Prime has been delivering us a fantastic horror comedy anthology coming out of the UK called Dark Ditties.
They are a whole bunch of words that I like to hear in a sentence in relation to a horror movie.
Yes. Now, well, this isn't just a horror movie. This is a series of... really?
I've had like 2 hours sleep and my hands don't work.
Do we need to get you like a holder or something for that?
I don't know how that works.
It's like you never see one of them cigarette holders.
It's just more stuff for me to drop. To be honest, I don't think it's the size of it. It's the issue. If anything, I'd say that will actually hinder me. I just keep smacking it off of everything.
Anyway, I'm getting back
being
to
honest.
Getting back to the news now. So, Dark Ditties,
smacking it around.
dude.
Slapping it off of whatever I can find.
Anyway, tapping into the devilish twists of the great Ealing thrillers, the whodunit that flourished.
Whodunit?
Yes, the whodunit that flourished in the glory years of British film, and adding a wicked modern horror comedy gloss. Dark Ditties universe is a unique, quirky horror comedy anthology series of 45 to 90-minute episodes that run counter to the trend of narrative behemoths, catering to the growing trend of start-to-end stories that leave the viewer satiated with each showing and eagerly awaiting the next sitting. So apparently each episode would kind of do something that kind of nods to the episode before, and then do something that, if you're quick off the mark, links into the next episode. So if you were to sit down and watch them all on the road, there would be...
Continuity.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Now, there's 4 episodes that are out at the moment, with the 5th episode due to be out in September. The episodes that are out at the moment are The Offer, in which 7 strangers are invited to a house to be offered a large inheritance. Instead, they find themselves trapped in a deadly game to the death. I love how that sounds. Mrs. Whiteshire, an elderly lady...
You and I would do very well in that kind of scenario.
Yes.
It's funny, actually, Katie said there should be a Johnny versus Giz spin-off movie in relation to Jason versus Freddy. Do you want an honest to God description of what will happen in the movie? I'll bat the shit out of Giz for a while, and then I'll think he's dead, and then he will come back and stab the ever-loving shit out of my brains when I'm not looking.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Anyway, the next
He's
episode...
got a Necronomicon, I don't. So it's...
next episode is Mrs. Whiteshire. An elderly lady, Mrs. Whiteshire, is trapped in her house by the evil spirit of her deceased abusive husband.
It's called a cigarette holder. That's so fucking OG, man. I smoke from the face of my enemies.
I could get a skull that you could hold it in, but you'd have to take it back out again if you wanted to smoke it.
I have one of those.
Yeah, I know.
I have more of those than I can account for.
Actually, yeah. Anyway, I was saying, yeah.
We won't get into that.
So I've been derailed enough, so never mind. Like I said, well, I was...
It was on brand.
There's no point in me continuing.
Continue. Don't be huffy.
What? There's 3 other... Yeah, there's 4 episodes out so far. The 5th episode is going to be out soon. The series is running on Amazon US and Amazon UK.
5 altogether?
Well, the fifth is going to be out in September, which is, yeah.
And is it 5 in total?
I don't know how many they're planning. It doesn't say.
Okay. Might do a review of that once there's an actual
Finished it?
finish. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Last bit of news?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the last bit of news. I'll be there for you. Gonna stab you in the back.
Yeah.
I'll be there for you. Courtney Cox is
Coming back.
I didn't want to use back twice, but
You painted yourself into the
anyway,
corner.
there was talks for ages about a new Scream movie coming out, and then that all got kiboshed a little bit due to the unfortunate passing of Wes Craven, and people were a little bit like, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, especially considering that, contrary to the mixed critic reviews for Scream 5, lots of people liked it.
I can't remember if I...
Copycat Killer,
When isn't it?
the cheerleader from Heroes, is in it.
Ah! Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
There we
So,
go.
they weren't exactly sure what they were going to do, but it would appear that it's happening because, well, we knew it would.
Yeah, from the people that brought us Ready or Not, which I think is...
Oh, yes, so
Gonna
good.
get that reaction
so
from
good.
people.
Such a good movie. If you haven't seen that movie, see that movie now.
So
good.
Matt Bettinell-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. I hope, or Gillette. Gillett. There, Gill.
Gilet.
Apparently, they're going to be resurrecting the Scream franchise for Spyglass Media Group and Paramount Pictures, with David Arquette already down as Dewey and Courtney Cox just announced as being back as Gail Waters.
I better get me a Dewey as the killer movie.
I'm sick of this shit. It's my turn.
Yeah, they've been saying it for years. I'd love if it was literally just a fan service movie. We weren't going to do it, and then everyone was like, "Dewey's the killer. Dewey's the killer." Is he? Like, do you remember Scary Movie? Wasn't that literally the plot of Scary Movie? Don't care. I want it in canon. Okay. Fuck it. Sure.
Well, apparently the film is going to be directed by Bettinelli-Olpin and Gillette. Gillette, whatever. From Radio Silence, who are the people that did Ready or Not and VHS. The screenplay is by James Vanderbeek, who brought us Murder Mystery and Zodiac and The Amazing Spider-Man, and by Guy Busick, who did, surprisingly enough, Ready or Not and Castle Rock.
Castle Rock's fun.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking of 30 Rock. What's Castle Rock?
There's two TV shows that I keep getting confused with each other.
That's the Stephen King TV series, is it?
See, there's two TV shows that I keep getting confused with each other. One of them is a horror thing based on a book that I never read, and the other is, I think, an Irish police drama, but I'm not quite certain. And what's worse is then I confuse them in my head with a Lovecraftian story called The Horror at Red Hook.
I don't know why you're doing that.
Because one of them has red in it. Red Rock, maybe?
I think Red Rock is okay. Castle Rock, I'm pretty sure, is the Stephen King horror series.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure Red Rock, I think, is the crime drama. Because I know they did photos on the set of that for Screenvention.
Okay.
Or one part of the set of it for Screenvention.
But yeah, no, in my head it was getting confused then with The Horror at Red Hook. So it was like, red.
Hook?
Room. Red rum.
Red rum?
Red bloody everything. Anyway, the plan for the Untitled Scream movie is that it gets released at some point in 2021, or at least that's the current plan. Neve Campbell apparently has recently revealed that conversations regarding the potential return of Sydney have been underway, and Matthew Lillard has expressed an interest in coming back, even though I think he's dead. Not the actor, the character that he played.
Never established.
Okay.
And he does show up. So there's a funny story. He was working on... They were working on Scream 2 or 3. He was working on some other movie, and I think he was dating Neve Campbell or something at the time, and he showed up on set. just to, just say hello and fucking, hey, Wes, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Wes was like, we actually need some extras in the background. Do you want to hop in the background? For the laughs, so they just put a wig on him and stuff like that. But like, it
As a
started off
result-
the whole theory that it's like, he keeps his distance because she fucked him up, but he's still got this obsessive compulsion to follow Sidney Prescott. So that could be interesting if they decide to go up that angle.
All right. Okay. Well, okay.
So there is a very small slice of celluloid to back up that theory if you want it.
Well, I suppose we'll have to wait until next year to find out.
And Wes Craven, that's literally probably the reason he put him in there going, he can just be an extra. Or if I decide that I want him back, we have him in there now.
Let's just fuck with everybody.
Because you never see him dead.
All the films blend together for me at this stage, man.
The only one you see definitively dead because he gets shot in the fucking face twice is Billy.
Okay.
The only thing you see with Matthew Lillard's character was Billy stabs him too much, and there's the whole I got a little woozy over here. You never see him actually. You're not gonna go. You didn't call the cops. My dad's gonna be so angry at me.
Okay.
Good times, Matthew Lillard. I love that man. High fives.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, that the end of the news?
That's the end of the news.
That is the end of the news. And we're back in full screen. You all right there, Ted?
I'm reading comments. Apparently, we need to stream us playing Dead by Daylight, but I thought that game got
Who
cancelled.
said that? You need to play and
Kamikaze
review
Zombie.
Dead by Daylight. They have Scream in it. Yeah, I have it on mobile, and I've been contemplating getting it. It was going to be my purchase this month for I get like one outside of the free games I get with PS Plus. I'll usually pick up one of it because they put buttloads on really good deal if you have PS Plus. And I was going to get Dead by Daylight, but I have DayZ and I have Call of Duty and I have a buttload of multiplayer games, and I was like, I'd like just one where if I just want a bit of me time, I could just. I know there is multiplayer and PvP in Dark Souls as well to a certain degree, and you're able to invade other people's games, and fuck their shit up. Thankfully, that hasn't happened yet, and won't. Yeah, I'll get around to it.
I think I'll just stick to audiobooks and Alien vs Predator pinball.
Yeah. You could probably play Dead by Daylight on your tablet now.
I could, but let's face it, the last game that I got on my tablet, I only lasted playing it about 2 or 3 days, and it was like, I had stuff to do.
Dead by Daylight.
I want to see him scream. Who? Me?
Exactly. Sorry about that. There was a bit of a net spike or something. Yes. Giz was saying his tablet will blow up, kind of thing. Or no, you just there may be some Dead by Daylight mobile games, so if any of you decide to get that, you can do it. You want to see who scream? I've Dark Souls 3.
I think Kamikaze Zombie wants to see me scream.
I got Dark Souls 3. I'm not a screamer. I'm more of a doer.
Make other people scream.
I remember we were in a part of Limerick, me and one of the lads before, waiting to acquire some things. And a part of Limerick where a gunshot mightn't be terribly unheard of, if you know what I mean. And some lad let firecrackers off. Or whatever, but it was very near the car, and I just remember the driver, like fucking freaked out or whatever, and he was like, you were like fucking looking at your phone and just went. That was it. It's like you didn't even look at me. He was like, I definitely didn't get shot anyway. Moving on.
Hang on.
Katie McNeil, Giz just shouts frack. I was going to start streaming Dark Souls last week, and then after an hour of playing it, I said I might play it for a week and get the swing of it before I start streaming, because it was just going to turn out to be a 2-hour stream of me screaming fuck at the screen. I can make you scream on DayZ with some barbed wire. You can make my character scream. It won't be me.
Sorry, I was picturing doing things with barbed wire. Anyway,
You can do things with barbed wire and Daisy. Imagine there's a zombie apocalypse. It's that.
I thought it was just a shooter.
No. No, it's a full-blown, fully immersive zombie survival. Like, you can get dysentery from drinking out of dirty water and everything. Like, full realism. You can kidnap people, you can keep them hostage, you can knock them out. Yeah, you can, like, rubber pellet someone in the back of the fucking head, cuff them, lock them up in your base. And then they can't get out of that base unless they just get rid of that character completely. Because if you keep feeding them so they don't die, they're just locked up in your base. You can tie them up with barbed wire if you're feeling fancy. You can burlap sack them over the head. Tie people up. And there's zombies. This is just what you're dealing with people.
Yes.
There's also loads of zombies, and there's bears. And there's wolves and all that kind of thing. Not zombie bears and wolves, whatever way the zombie... But in fairness, you don't need a zombie bear for a bear to be terrifying. It's a fucking bear.
You don't need them, but Game of Thrones taught us it helps sometimes.
I'll tell you a funny story before we get into the movie.
You haven't watched Game of Thrones?
No. Myself and Rochi were driving through an airfield in Daisy.
Okay.
And we heard a bear. And then we saw the bear. Bear in mind, we're driving in a car, not on a bike, in a car. And the bear ran at the car. And then
Black
the bear... Brown bear. Big as fuck though. It was bigger than the car. It's a
Okay.
video game.
Okay.
Bear dives onto the car, knocking Rochi unconscious as it smacks through the window. And if it wasn't for the fact that it was occupied with Rochi, I would also have been fucking dead.
Okay then.
I
Big
didn't-
Bear, he's
I'm-
strong and tough. Big Bear, he's good enough.
Big bear, shot, did it. A whole lot of it.
Yep.
A whole lot of it. And then I pulled out an M4. That was where the game really kind of changed over.
Anyway, shall we get on to the first film?
I'm trying
Now-
to delay talking about this as much as
No,
possible.
no. You're going to appreciate this. For the first time ever, right? I'm going to read out the official film plot synopsis as it stands.
Is this the IMBD one?
No, it's not. No, it's
Okay,
not.
okay, because the IMBD synopsis is literally one sentence.
No. This is a paragraph.
There is an evil baby born on 12,
Bear with me, right?
Shit happens.
I'm gonna read the entire synopsis. The film begins with the baby Sebastian being born. After Sebastian viciously murders the doctors who deliver him, his mother realizes that there is something seriously wrong with the child. Over the course of the movie, Sebastian brutally murders many people and tragedy strikes down many others. Mahari attempts to steal the baby from Sebastian's birth parents many times and eventually does. He steals Sebastian in order to embrace his evil calling. Police officers attempt to kill Mahari, but Mahari and his companions use Sebastian to murder them. The movie ends with all the main characters dead and their deaths were associated in some way with Sebastian. 12, 12, 12. That is literally the entire thing. Right there.
I'm surprised they didn't write "soy" at the end of it.
I'm pretty sure reviewers further down the line did. There.
Alan Michael?
Look, after it. As in what he says.
Nothing happens in the Asylum's 12, 12, 12, a movie review.
Yeah, pretty much. That was, yeah.
What's it? Dread Central called it an omen-esque horror flick title after the date on which its hellspawn will be born.
That's just what they said about it.
It's an Asylum movie, which customarily I like. Probably not for the reasons I should, but I like them. They did Sharknado, they do all that type of thing. I loves me some Sharknado.
Gods don't we know it.
But Sharknado knows what it is and runs with it. This tried to be serious.
So it's weird because at one point while watching this movie, I actually thought that it was so over the top that it was one of those films that it turns out whereby the mother's actually crazy, the baby's fine, and it was her the whole time. But no.
Demon baby.
Do, ripping your face off.
He did that. He did that.
You actually
and
did.
he ate his mom out. That happened.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And
That
ate
was-
his way out of his mom as well.
And what's worse is she was into it too. Yeah, that was...
I thought there was a weird bit at the end of the movie where I was like, oh, she died when she was getting the C-section. And then it moved on, and I was like, oh no, this all happened. Okay, fine. I thought it was a weird,
For a lot of it, I legitimately thought that it was so. There were times there were one or two good visuals, particularly when she's looking at herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And as a result of them, I at one point was convinced, oh, it's a gaslighting movie. It turns out she's actually killing everybody, but she's convinced herself it was an evil baby. I really wish it was that.
Really?
And I hate that kind of film usually.
Really?
In this case, it would have been so over the top, it would have been cool. All the other stuff being over the top, because usually a film like that is really subtle.
I had a weird enjoyment of this movie, but it was because I was watching it with friends, which made the movie... Mostly, the movie turned into a side quest for myself and Carter at midnight.
Okay.
Which was to establish, was the police detective actually bipolar? Because he shows up and he thinks she murdered someone. Then he's like, your baby killed someone. Then he was like, oh no, I think it's these Satanists. Then fucking someone else shows up and was like, actually, do you know what? I think it's you. And then all the time he's flippity, floppity, flip, flap.
Do you know why?
Flim flamming around.
Because he thought it was Columbo.
Yes.
That's why he that Columbo had a lollipop too sometimes.
I'm pretty sure it was Kojak. That
Yeah, now that you mention it, Kojak definitely had a lollipop.
Yeah, because I remember it because it was like, oh look, that lollipop's eating another lollipop. Boom.
Telly Savalas. Anyway,
Belly Savalas.
What?
If anyone's seen the movie, you'll know what I'm on about.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, this was just, it was...
Bad.
Yeah, and the weird thing was, I'm not going to lie, I did pick this unfortunate event, mainly because I saw that it was written and directed by Goddamned Coen brother. I thought that would be a good thing.
There's more than... Is it the same Coen brother?
There's only two of them, isn't there? There's Jared and there's...
Yeah, in that family. I'm sure there's more than one family of Coen brothers.
I'm pretty sure it's him. Let's see now. Yeah, no. Underground, lizard people, that's not helping matters.
Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be a quick review. Tell you that straight out.
It wasn't a quick film, though.
It was not a quick film.
We felt every bit of it.
Anyway, lady goes in to get her pregnancy sorted out as she's going into the twisted labor. The baby won't come out, and there's also very worried looks from nurses as the baby's looking to come out because they're very like, what the fuck is that?
The film starts off a month
Put
earlier.
it back in.
The film starts off a month earlier with a girl being killed horribly and slowly as part of some occult
Satanic ritual.
I don't want to call them Satanists. That would give them too much credence.
Miscellaneous ritual.
Yeah, pretty much. Dipstick occultists. Like, clearly don't know what they're doing.
Emo ritual.
So, as a result, a month later, apparently this is a harbinger for bringing about the Antichrist, which is now going to be born into this poor girl who...
No reason.
Yeah, no reason whatsoever.
That's what I would have liked. Is like, where... Okay, I get that I get that when you're looking for these types of things to happen, there's customarily a sacrifice.
Some form of correlation.
Yeah, but it's literally like, I killed this lady, my deity shall be born in you. No vessel, no nothing,
nope.
Nobody pre-picked, just a sort of a willy-nilly.
Well, that would, you know something, that would actually be fine if it showed then that the occultists had to take time and figure out who the fuck the kid was. But they arrive on...
They just know.
Lickety-split, like
their prophecies are bang
spot on. Your man's in the hospital, he's looking for the right baby.
No Nostradamus prophecies here.
Yeah, he whacks some mother because she's not the right fucking one, you know, and I don't know, it's just... no.
The mother kill, by the way, was
gruesome.
Literally... Not even... It was literally just done for shock value. Like, there was no substance to it. It wasn't even a good kill. It's like, if you're going to kill a pregnant woman in a fucking hospital, fucking kill her.
She had the kid. The point, that was kind of she was trying to... She thought he was a nurse. And
yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, but she'd already given birth. She had the kid.
Newly.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh. Kill him if you're going to kill him. You just did this weird smudge. Ugh.
No. His hand was over her mouth to prevent her from screaming. He was upping her meds.
Ah, okay.
He was upping the tranks that she was on.
Boring.
So he did kill her properly,
Oh, I know he killed her.
but it wasn't just because his hand was.
Oh, okay. I thought he just choked the fuck out of her. I didn't
No,
think the meds thing.
you could hear the button going off. He was hitting the button the whole time.
We were talking.
Ah.
This isn't long into the movie, and already we were like, what the fuck is going on? Why is he killing this chick? Like, sorry, this is how I missed that. He walks in, he's the nurse, right?
Yeah.
He very, 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 very suspiciously just picks up her baby and essentially turns him upside down looking for the barcode and is like, no, that's not the right one. Hands it back, and then your one's like,
The hell are you doing?
what the hell are you doing? And then he goes to kill her, and he goes and kills her, and it's
Well, she starts making a commotion, and he's trying to be
yeah, but
all...
the commotion was very readily fixable because she was like, you just pick up the baby, and you're kind of like, yeah,
Sorry, wrong kid.
Not even sorry, wrong kid. Just be like, she's like, is everything okay? And then that's when he starts getting really fucking super suspicious. Outside the fact he's virtually holding the baby upside fucking down. All you had to do would be like, yeah, I think everything's okay. I'm going to get a doctor to do a double check to be safe. And there you go. Off you go. That's it. No commotion. Nobody knows you're there looking for fucking demon babies. Nothing.
But unfortunately, not
This is how I missed him doing the drug thing. Why do that level of ninja stealth where you silently kill her with her own medication? If you're like, you could have avoided this completely with just a very simple, I'm going to get a doctor to take a double look. Catch you later, lady.
I feel that one sentence out of you sums up much of this film.
Irrational?
You could have... I could have avoided this if I had just done this instead.
Yes. There's a lot of needless deaths in this movie.
There's not a needless stuff. Like I said, I was convinced, because of how over the top a lot of this stuff is...
Ate out his mom.
That was interesting. I was convinced that, like, it was literally going to turn out that she was cray-cray, killing everybody, and she was just having hallucinations about her baby being demonic and possessing people and her and making people kill themselves and do other stuff. And it was helped by the fact that her sister's a crazy bitch too. She has a sister who lost a kid of her own and is head up with this whole child support bit and is also bipolar. Because remember her first reaction to the cop?
I won't lie to you.
And then
everyone
afterwards...
everyone in this movie is bipolar. The only consistent actor in the whole movie is the fucking demon baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even the miscellaneous occultists were like super hyper aggressive, kill, get in, get the baby from the hospital, but we failed. And then
Repeatedly.
they do these stealth fucking... He literally, literally in his head, this man thinks, if I just tiptoe across your grass, you can't see me. He literally, like, in broad daylight, tiptoeing around, like din, 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 din. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing it was missing. Like, it was ridiculous. And then
maybe hands over his own face. If I can't see them, they can't see me.
And then they get him to leave the house by just kind of, we're going to call the cops. We're going to...
That's another reason why I thought it was...
And I was like, you literally killed a woman in the hospital that didn't need to be killed. And you're telling me you're not able to just walk over and murder these two chicks and take the kid.
And that's another reason why I thought the entire thing was a gaslighting, that she was hallucinating everything. He actually wasn't there. That's why he was gone so fucking fast. But no, I was wrong.
So this is the same Coen brother, as in that did like that bowling movie and things like that.
Perhaps not.
Because it's just the level of cinematic prowess that they exhibit in directing those movies is not depicted in this.
Yeah, no, I think it's someone else.
Yeah, it's just a Coen. Not unlike the occultists in the movie, it's just a miscellaneous Coen.
You know what? I'm not going to say what I think I'm going to... Yeah, he does a lot of work for the Asylum.
Yes.
Right. I think other people may have been victim to what I was victim of.
Go on, brother.
Yeah. Not.
Long and the short of it, there is no... You've got the plot. Normally myself and Giz, not that we get in depth into plots, but we usually give you more of a storyline of the plot, but that's literally the plot. there's a demon baby. There's some occultists looking for the demon baby. A load of people die miscellaneously on the way to the occultists getting the demon baby.
Ridiculously inept occultists. Let us bring that up.
And cops. And
cops.
detective.
There was a priest
Oh, Jesus Christ, the priest.
who stood there while someone is bleeding out and started praying rather than giving the most basic medical aid. Rather than actually get like any kind of help whatsoever, he stands there and starts jibber-jabbering to imaginary people.
Quit your jibber-jabber.
Now, admittedly, in the context of the film, clearly the imaginary people exist, or the demon baby wouldn't exist. But even still, you'd think getting involved, then do your magic hokey-pokey words after you've done something physically to get involved.
Oh, shit.
What did I do now?
Oh, there is zombie bears in
There is or there aren't?
Days Gone. I'll show you what.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Alright. Priest in a nutshell. It is hilarious. The two of us read that at the exact same moment.
Yeah, we do a trailer. Yeah,
Yeah,
as I
we're
said, like
going to inflict the trailer on ye because we had to deal with far, far worse.
Yeah.
And, you know, we like to share the pain.
If it's any consolation, the following two movies are fucking
Much
delightful.
better.
Well, one is hilarious and gross, and the other one is disturbing and gross.
Trying to figure out which is which. I found them both humorous.
You found Grace humorous.
Parts of it, yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that when we come back. Here's the trailer for 12-12-12. Me.
You're having a baby. Are you ready for that?
Ow. It's like you bit me or something.
What happened at the hospital?
Who is that?
Are you aware of your baby being born on 12-12-12?
Is that supposed to mean something?
They think that your son is the one.
He's my baby, he's not the devil. Oh, stop!
Get away from that baby.
Kill him! Sebastian!
Rise and rule for eternity!
You were fucking lucky. That trailer's only 12 minutes or
Seconds.
12. Well, no, it's like
If it was
60
12-minute
seconds long.
trailer, dude, that'd be terrible.
Yeah. So essentially, you've seen the movie there, minus the kills, which are probably the best bit about the movie because there is some pretty inventive murder.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt sorry for the poor redhead who was walking along the road and found a demon baby at the side of it and tried to take care of it and ended up getting hypnotized into walking off a fucking cliff that you didn't even realize was there until she walked off it. How did that work?
Everyone that came in contact with the baby dies, essentially. There's a whole Damien vibe.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, next up from 2009, we have Grace telling the story of a lady whose name I can't remember. Madeleine, who has had several miscarriages.
Well, no, not even miscarriages.
There's definitely one.
I think.
There's definitely one.
But the rest of them were just, what's the word I'm looking for? No fertilization. They were, herself and her husband are trying for years to try and have a baby. Various different fertilization drugs, a couple of different methods.
They either keep dying or not happening.
Yeah, it's not working out until finally they luck out and it works and Madeleine gets pregnant. Unfortunately, the overprotective stepmother, Vivian, played by Gabrielle Rose, is the epitome of overbearing fucking everything. You have to go to my doctor friend for this. No, I've got my own people. No. You should go to my doctor friend.
Yeah. Do you want me to breastfeed him for you?
No!
Jesus. Fuck. Christ, Gran.
Unfortunately, one night, a car crash results in the death of Michael and Madeleine being rushed to the hospital, where, unfortunately, due to the idiot doctor friend of her mother-in-law, nearly gets herself sliced up when he misdiagnoses her as, like, being needed. What was it? Oh, I knew the word when I heard it. As in,
Not a week now since I saw the movie, so
misdiagnoses her with a serious issue. Fortunately, however, she's gotten on the phone to her friend Patricia, who is her midwife, the person that she trusts, who instantaneously comes in and says, "Did you check her fucking blood work, you goddamn muppet?" He goes, "Arr," and she says, "It's a gallstone, don't cut her open." That's cool. That's cool. Oh no, that's what it is. That happens, and on the way back, then they have the car crash. Yes, sorry, my bad. She goes to her friend. She's told that the baby's dead, but she insists that she's going to carry it to term, despite the fact that the mother,
friend being the
Patricia, the midwife,
thank you, sorry.
who is also
night nurse in my head for some reason. I was like, that's not right.
No, who is also Madeleine's ex, apparently.
I got that vibe, yeah.
Yeah, which it was subtle.
Never said, but heavily implied.
Oh no, it's subtle at first, and then as the film progresses, you realize,
yeah, Patricia's very much still.
Yeah, especially when you consider
in the driver's seat for young lads.
Especially when you consider the reaction from Patricia's younger, current, slightly neurotic girlfriend that's also in the midwife facility, who apparently is holding calls because she's all kinds of jealous of Madeleine needing Patricia's help. But anyway, that's later on. There is a couple of interesting subplots that interweave throughout this movie, but the primary thing is...
The major interesting subplot that we use with throughout the movie is after giving birth to the stillborn baby, and after having a bit of a word in its ear, because they leave her with a little bit of mom-daughter time, baby starts crying. Baby starts breathing.
Baby is a little bit undead.
Yeah. We don't find that out straight away.
Yeah, no, instead it's just Madeleine rejoicing in the miracle that Grace is alive and she has her baby and everything's hunky-dory, and Vivian, fuck off with your fucking doctor coming to my fucking door.
Unlike 12-12-12, there was also, up until the end of it, a very, very, very big possibility that this woman went fucking nuts. And that was the vibe I was getting, because the flies and everything that come... The flies start swarming around the kid and everything, and I was like, I am wondering, did she actually take the dead baby home, as in no one else is hearing this baby crying
except that there is the reaction from Patricia and the others.
There was Patricia initially, but you'd have that reaction as well if you saw,
"Hey Reaper,
hey dude, how are you?" You'd have that reaction as well if you came in and saw a woman hugging her dead child.
It was a slightly, you could tell
my issues were, or my ideas were diluted somewhat when she visits later on, but I thought that because they were so close, I was like, maybe she's just, okay, we'll just give her a day, and it, like, her coming to the house was literally like one of those, okay, Madeleine, I think it's gone a little bit far enough
needs
now.
To set in now,
you know, because the movie does a good job of keeping Madeleine and the baby Grace away from everyone. Well, Madeleine does a good job of keeping herself and baby Grace away from everyone, but the movie does a good job storyline-wise of, you never really see the baby with anyone, bar the initial Patricia thing.
Yeah, well,
yeah. So I thought the woman had gone mental.
No,
to be honest.
No.
But, oh no, not unlike the same as 12-12-12, where it turned out this woman was very much of her full facilities.
Yeah, unfortunately, she does realize that there is something very much wrong with her baby when she tries to breastfeed, and
he ain't sucking no milk.
Nope,
she ain't sucking no milk. Sorry.
Yep. There's definitely bodily fluids, but it's not milk, and it's all red and tasty.
Iron.
So that's a bit of an issue.
Vitamin B.
Madeleine is constantly trying to get in contact with Patricia for help. Unfortunately, Patricia isn't aware of this.
Because her bunny boiling missus ain't picking up the phone. Or actually, she's very much retroactively picking up the phone all the time and making sure
messages aren't being delivered.
100%.
And as I said, meanwhile, you have Vivian as
I like how quickly, at the end of the movie, it's just one little thing needs to be said, and Patricia's like, "You fucking bitch." Which I was like, yeah, smart lady. I like that.
Yeah, and the whole way through, you have Vivian constantly undermining Madeleine, or attempting to. She even goes to the stage at one point of having her browbeating her husband into building a crib because she plans on using the fact that she is a judge and has connections to get the baby taken away.
Yeah, and there's also a very, very weird scene between her and the husband. Well,
you see, here's the thing, and it's another interesting one. The doctor has an interesting fetish, or did you twig that?
Yeah.
And it leads one to believe that perhaps Vivian was helping with that fetish at some point in the past.
Oh, yes.
Considering, all of this is very much revolving around...
Also considering that he's got a class action lawsuit coming up against him for presumably something in relation to that fetish.
Yeah.
Because his fetish is very much medical examination orientated.
Well, no, that's how he... No. That's not what his fetish is. That's how he enables his fetish.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to...
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it. They can figure it out.
Yeah. My point was going to be that the entire film, because if you actually look at...
Judge Lady's got a bit of a fetish herself.
But this is what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
The entire film, if you look at it from a certain perspective, i.e. the way that Grace feeds and the way that it is clearly shown that she is not a normal child, tied into these fetishes that we're talking about, means that there very much is a horror tag associated with one of the most natural things in life.
Huh?
Which raises the fucked up factor of things and is one of the reasons why the film sticks in your head. One of the reasons why the visuals stick in your mind is because a lot of them are drawn from something that is one of the most natural things in the world.
But they turn it nasty and they turn it visceral.
Yeah. And it's a fantastic vehicle for getting across the point that this kid is not right. This along
it's also they use it as a very smart way of lulling you into false senses of security as to what's actually going on at certain parts of the movie. Because you think, oh look, there's mom breastfeeding her kid. That kid nearly bit her nipple off. What's going on? Sorry, that looks sore. From a man who's had nipple piercings, that looks sore.
Yeah. It's never fun when you get tongue out.
No, it's never fun. That's why I don't have them anymore.
A little bit fun in the right circumstances.
People find out and then it's all...
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I had that happening at the start. Myself and... It was a thing in Scotland. I'm not going to say it was a dare, because that would imply, oh, you'd never get this done. But let's just say that certain people were talked into getting stuff done. So as a result, everyone else knew it and went for about a day, for about half a day.
Is it below the waist?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No.
That wouldn't be fun.
No.
At all.
Me and Bill both ended up getting pierced by this Scottish mad lady. Yep. Oh, man. Conversation. So what did you think of it? It really... Conversation. Giz, what did you think about it? I don't know. A couple of seconds of, ow, that's sore, and then you're grand. Bill, no, man, it really hurt. For about 20 seconds, and you were grand. It's exactly what he just said.
It's the same as most piercings. It's just that initial...
Which is kind of part of it, that you... Yeah,
it's fine.
I was going to say it's kind of what you're looking for anyway.
I like it.
Yeah,
exactly. I like it.
Exactly.
I like getting pierced.
Now, anyway, back to the film. Grace is a fantastically disturbing tale that, admittedly, perhaps just my sense of humor, I found humorous at times.
Some of the stuff that happens is humorous, but I don't think it's actually
meant
done by design. You and I are fucked up in the head. We've established this.
Yes. This is true. It does not detract from the fact that it is fantastic. And Samantha...
It's beautifully shot. There's a really cool... I'm reluctant to say soundtrack. There's a really nice score to it, but yet also these big, vast absences of noise that nearly add to the tension and drama. Bar kids crying.
Which I think is the point, yeah.
Yeah. Got me crazy. Kids crying just makes me want to bang my screen right off the fucking table. Okay. And it really helps with the horror movies.
I'm not going to lie. As soon as I saw Samantha Farris, who many of us recognize as Ellen from Supernatural, all I was thinking was, someone's going to get shotgunned in the face.
No.
Hammered. Yes.
Yeah. So fetishes of judges and fetishes of doctors and horny dads and a lot of nipple sucking going on. And that's not even with the lady who's got the fucking crazy demon baby.
Undead. It's nice to, yeah, it's best to differentiate.
Unlike 12-12-12, where we won't get into the ending because there wasn't really one.
Okay.
Everyone died at the end.
Yes.
There's a really cool little twist in the ending of this, and we won't... Or do you want to discuss it?
No.
I am willing to say, customarily, you do get quite angry when we get into the ending of a movie. It is 11 years old.
True. But I was going to say, no, the only thing to discuss about it is the fact that I misinterpreted the ending and thought that somebody was somebody else. But, yeah, okay. I was full sure that somebody died. Like, proper DED dead, Dave.
They did. 3 times.
Well, no, the first one, knockout blow, but I thought there was a second with the other side, the sharper head.
Car crash?
Survived.
Did she?
Yeah.
Could whatever happened to baby have also been her? Or could she have also been like that the whole time? And that's why the baby's like that?
Then how did she get like that in the first place?
I don't know. How did the baby get like that?
I think it was implied that cocktail of all the different crap that she was taking.
Well, she's taken that crap.
Yeah. I don't know.
For the baby to have it, there has to be a correlation of it.
No, it just has to go through the mother's system. It doesn't necessarily need to retain in the mother's system.
But, regardless.
Well, look, in any way, Grace is
very cool.
Very good.
Yeah. Gross ending, actually. It leaves you on a real...
Logical ending.
Logical ending. Yeah, but it leaves you on a proper, like, what the fuck moment. it's literally one shot of like, oh, Jesus.
Hey.
Credits. Oh, God,
it's time to move on to outsourcing the food.
Time to move on to outsourcing the food?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think once you're able to be off the cheat, you should start outsourcing food. So I'd imagine that works out the same.
Yeah,
no matter what your food source is.
Little finger sandwiches, things like that.
Finger sandwiches. But I mean, like, I'm wondering, does it have to be human meat?
Yes. Because she got sick when they tried non-human.
Yeah, that was a mixture of a lot of different blood, though.
The point was that it wasn't.
And it was cold.
Point is, it wasn't human.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, we're going to hit you with the trailer for Grace, and we will be back where we're going to be talking about one that is supposed to be fun from start to finish and is absolutely fucking delightful and equally well shot as Grace as well. But it's a whole different style of movie, and we loved it. We'll be back where we're going to be talking about Snatchers.
We got pregnant twice.
There we go. Sorry, couldn't find the button there for a minute.
Lost in time.
There we go. So, yeah, that was the trailer for Grace from 2009. Very much worth a watch if you guys get a chance to go out and pick it up. Very, very good.
Yeah, it's nice and messed up and gets the right kind of creepy. Plus, you really do want to see that overbearing bitch of a mother.
And there's a real Rosemary's Baby vibe through certain parts of it as well. And it's really good. And as I said, it's shot beautifully, coloured beautifully. Sound arrangement's good. And you'll feel like setting a child on fire next time you hear them screaming by the end of the movie. Not to the same level as that Virivium. Vivarium. That kid. If you ever want a way to put people off children, that'll
do it.
That'll do it. I've never wanted, like, I know I sound weird because I'm like, I always give horror directors kudos when they decide to actually kill the kid in a movie, because, you know, it's always like the unwritten rule, you don't kill the kid. And it's kind of like, fuck it, it's a fucking movie. You can do whatever you want. Like, the kid's going home and playing fucking Xbox afterwards. Like, he's not dead.
Yeah.
You know, kill him. Go for it.
Yeah.
It's all good. But, never in my life have I wanted to punch an actual child in the face so bad. It's Vivarium.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can't remember who. I think it was Katie said it actually when we did the review of it, that she was like, I saw it 5 minutes of the movie and I was like, that child, no, it was you said it, you were like the kid started screaming the first time and it was like, that kid would not have lasted in Bates's house anyway. Pick a window, son. You're leaving. Boom. Anyway.
On to Snatchers from...
Hooey! This is fun.
From last year, 2019. Now, it's worth noting that Snatchers actually started out as a short film in 2015 and later became a micro web series that premiered at the 2017 Sundance Film Festival.
I actually remember seeing the trailer for this a year or two ago,
Yeah.
and I thought it was fake. Do you remember, like, and God damn it, Hollywood, if you are able to do it, please let it happen, Handjob Cabin. You've seen the trailer for that, right? Have you never seen the trailer for Handjob Cabin?
I might have, and I've since erased it from my brain. That happens
So
sometimes.
it's just a fan-made trailer for a non-existent movie, but
it does sound like something you put on for me before.
yeah,
yes.
it's fucking amazing. And I was, and the world, not just because I remember, I think even Bloody Disgusting did an article about it. They were like, we need this movie. Like, people, don't ask me why. If you would ever pitch this movie to me, I would be like, not a fucking hope. But now I've seen the trailer and I'm like, I goddamn want it. I want it now. Evil ghost that gives horrible handjobs to people.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just give it the proper elbow.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very good. So in the vein of that, I actually thought this was something along those lines. And then to my surprise, come 2018, when I saw a full-blown trailer come out, I was like, oh my God, it's a movie!
You mean for Snatchers,
Snatchers, yes.
as opposed to Handjob Cabin?
No, I'd move on to Snatchers.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Well, anyway, this the web series itself was described as Mean Girls meets Alien, and it can kind of, I can see.
Yes, I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. And do you know what? It's probably why I liked it, because call me crazy, and I'm sure some of you managed to figure out, I love my horror movies. But a little secret that a lot of people outside of my friends in the community don't know, I fucking love Mean Girls.
Okay.
I fucking love that movie. I don't know why. It's just the level of bitchy in it.
All right. Well, in Snatchers,
And it's got your one where she tries to tell the weather with her tit.
what?
Do you know Red Riding Hood? The movie. The kind of the semi-saucy one. Not the porno one. Do you know the one I'm on about? I'll say 2012. Off the bat. Big vicious wolves and everything.
Maybe. Yes.
Anyway, your one that plays Red Riding Hood in that is in Mean Girls, and she's dumb as a fucking post. But she's convinced she can tell the weather with her tit.
Okay.
And she ends up on the school news team or something, and you see her on the TV show, and she's like, and now for the weather. There's a 40% chance of rain. It's just...
Okay. Okay. Hang on.
Sure.
Handjob Cabin, I mean. Okay. Anyway.
Thank you, Cinema Reaper. Mean Girls fucking rocks. It's just the level of bitchy, and it was before Lindsay Lohan was ruined for everyone.
Okay. Anyway, getting back to
Lindsay Lohan.
getting back to the film at hand.
Sorry. Okay, I'm back.
Right.
I'm back.
Okay. So, let's see. High school student Haley is hanging around with
It's gonna be foggy on Tuesday.
Anyway, high school student Haley, who has recently started hanging around with all the cool girls and kind of, ignoring her lifelong friend, nerdy Sarah, cute nerdy Sarah.
Yes, cute nerdy Sarah. Yes.
Decides that she is going to head and lose her virginity to the Muppet idiot who she thinks is cute named Skyler.
We say decided. She's relatively strong-armed into it in a legal manner.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah.
She's
browbeaten into it.
He's her first proper boyfriend. He's the head of the football jock squad team, hockey,
Yeah,
lacrosse, basketball.
Whatever the fuck he plays.
No idea.
I think it's lacrosse. I think she actually says
Yeah,
it.
because there was
the
play
conversation.
lacrosse. Yeah.
No, polo, lacrosse. Ugh, just as bad.
Yeah. So basketball, football, baseball, lacrosse, something sticks. Anyway,
Basketball doesn't have sticks.
the big stick with the big wooden stick on it with the ring stick around the front. Moving on.
So yeah.
Basketball.
So yeah. Anyway, she decides that she's going to go ahead and give it up to this
He's
Muppet.
essentially broken it off with her because she ain't putting out.
Okay.
Putting out.
Anyway, the point is, they do it. It lasts all of 10 seconds, if even that. Moron boy.
That was amazing.
Yeah, Moron boy doesn't know what a condom is apparently, and that's
He did the Johnny Deadly answer to things that he's not unsure of, which I liked.
Which is?
Which was like, did you pull out? Sure. That's not my answer to the pulling out thing. Always. That's my answer.
Anyway, point is,
I was just saying that's my answer to a lot of things.
Point is, next day, Haley wakes up pregnant. Not just pregnant, like about to give birth pregnant, which is kind of freaky. Like, kind of what the fuck?
Yeah, as in, I had the sex Monday. I'm about 6 months pregnant Tuesday. I'm going to pop Wednesday.
So she decides the only thing she can possibly do is go to her friend Sarah, because there's no way she's not telling her mother.
She's not telling her friends.
She's just jumped out a window to escape her mother. She's not telling the ditzy friends that talked her into doing this, and she's certainly not going to go back to the moron that did it in the first place.
Thank God, please God, Sarah's still a fucking nerd and might know what's going on.
Sarah hasn't got a fucking clue,
No,
because who the fuck would have a
pregnancies
fucking
like that
clue
don't
about
happen.
any of this shit, apart from outside of books about imaginary friends.
I love the teenage mind. It's perfectly normal. It's fine. I haven't heard of this thing before. No one has. Let's be realistic. No one has outside of the movies. No one.
And this book about somebody else's 2,000-year-old imaginary friend, which we're pretty sure was a cover story for something.
Yeah, but
else.
even the 2,000-year-old imaginary friend had a 9-month gestation period like a normal fucking baby. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
didn't mean to read the start of the book for you. That's not really the start of the book. It's more
kind
the
of
middle.
is. No, you're right. Yeah,
It's more the middle.
yeah. Anyway,
His dad takes up most of the start and the end, to be honest.
Back to the story at hand. They decide the only thing they can possibly do is go for an abortion. Or at least to get, some way of getting medically looked at that doesn't involve her mother being called or any kind of record of her involvement whatsoever.
Yeah,
So a free clinic.
Yeah, not so much they're there for an abortion.
No,
but
it's just...
I need access to someone who knows what's going on in here.
Yeah, so it's quickly...
Turns out nobody knows what's going on in there.
Yeah, because they do an ultrasound and it's not a baba.
Yeah. Unlike a lot of movies where it's kind of like, oh, the baby looks a little bit odd or whatever. No, this does not look like a baby. It's a face hugger with a face on it, to be honest.
A doctor is sought once the nurse stops freaking out. The doctor decides he's going to get down there and see what the problem is, and then she starts...
That's because the doctor thinks she's dilating, and the nurse is like, Doctor, before you stick your head up her legs, we need to have a discussion about oh no, you're already in there. Let's go. Boink, doink, boink, doink, 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 flat.
Which is basically the trajectory of whatever the hell just shot out of Haley's vajayjay. Through a doctor's head, around the room, onto the back of the nurse's brain.
Yeah, where unlike a face hugger, where it fucks you in the mouth and gives you a fucking mouth baby, this just sticks a big thing in your neck and controls you like a man puppet, or lady puppet, depending who you are.
Needless to say, girls are freaked the fuck out.
And
rightly so.
I'm fairly calm in the situation. I feel even in that situation, I'd be like, that's not fucking normal.
None of it is normal.
Yeah, for some reason, dude chasing me with a machete, I can kind of be like, okay, we can work around this or whatever. But that little baby alien just blew that guy's fucking head off. You just shot a guy with your cunt. Sorry,
The girls do a runner, which is good because the now alien possessed nurse turns out to be a bit of a killing machine.
For all of you guys who go to Thailand and watch those ping pong shows, now you know the dangers that you are taking on.
Wear eye protection. Anyway,
he got his fucking head blown off. What eye protection? That man had no neck. He was just a torso. The goggles, they do nothing.
There's that, and there's something else I can't remember. Some mad... It might have been Fringe, where they're doing something insane. It's kind of go, this could do this, this, and this. Make sure you wear your goggles.
Jennifer Tilly playing Jennifer Tilly is the best. Yes. Jennifer Tilly, period.
She's going to be in the new Chucky.
She's grown old like a wine. Like, fine with age.
Okay.
I love Jennifer Tilly.
Okay. Anyway,
that one was the bomb, bitches.
Without getting into too many more details of the film, the rest of it involves Haley trying to figure out what the fuck happened, what the fuck Skyler got into that all of a sudden has him being overly sex crazed and apparently giving birth and causing her to give birth to alien babies. And more importantly,
that's a revelation that it takes them a bit of time to get to.
And more importantly, there seems to be another bun in the oven, which eventually does get loose, to be fair. And it's just, this thing is just off the wall mad hilarity with some very good fucking gore-filled effects.
The actual tag on the box couldn't describe it better. It literally is Aliens meets Mean Girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen Mean Girls?
No.
No. You should watch Mean Girls. As a red-blooded male, there's enough in there to keep you going. Trust me.
All right.
And it's funny as fuck.
Isn't that what the video for Tainted Love by Marilyn Manson's based on?
No.
Okay. That's a different film.
Yeah.
They all blend together into one avoidable mess.
What was that for?
There's some film about a nerdy chick. She gets done up to go on a date, and it turns out she's redonka hot, which is unsurprising because most nerd chicks are redonka hot.
Yeah. No, that's the fucking
smart is sexy.
That's that. Oh God, I can't remember the name of it. The chick from it is in the Marilyn Manson video.
Okay,
she's the one that he's like grind fucking up on the
deservedly so
in the pool. She's all that.
I don't know.
As it, I have an uncanny knowledge of these movies, considering I haven't seen the majority of them. I think nerd, and then they do her up hot, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, she's like." It's weird. It's like you took her glasses off, and all of a sudden it was like, "Fuck."
No, what happened was her glasses came off, and for some reason your eyes opened, as opposed to seeing her how hot she was with the glasses on in the first place.
I always compared that movie to it's like Superman, but with no superpowers. Like if her exclusive superpower was, like, you could tell she was fucking ridiculously hot under the glasses.
With glasses.
With glasses, whatever. She was hot anyway. It's what bugs me with these movies. They get a really hot girl to play a not hot girl that they're going to make really hot. Da!
It's supposed to be the fugly duckling routine, whereby it turns out they're a swan all along.
I think there was also a bit of Pretty Woman in there as well.
That was
hookers, I'm aware, but the basic premise.
My Fair Lady,
which
wasn't hookers. She was a flower seller, I think.
Yes, but Pretty Woman was the 90s version of My Fair Lady, and that thing was the very thing woman of that era of that movie with the thing.
Anyway, Snatchers is hilarious with a lot of really blood-soaked kills and two ridiculously funny teen girls running around trying to...
way more of a chick flick conversation today than I was...
than any of us expected.
Mean Girls brought my fucking 17-year-old girl out at me. What can I say?
Don't get arrested.
Got me.
Oh, God.
I got the hair for it too, you see, that's the thing.
I can't do it anymore. Fuck off.
Just like a really beardy Lindsay look.
My hair used to be that long. God damn it. Stupid genetics.
If it wasn't for the fact... I can do the Vidal Sassoon flick if it wasn't for the fact I'll take your fucking eyes out.
Please don't.
I won't.
Yep.
Anyway.
Like I said, Snatchers is just all out fun. It really is, with characters that you actually give a fuck about and situations that are so...
Yeah, they really get you invested in the characters. They do a very good job at re-establishing the friendship between the two main characters, while also very much getting across the whole "you ditched me for a bunch of fucking hot people that are a-holes" kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And it led to an interesting dynamic as well, where your one still really loves your one to bits as a friend, but is hurt. And there's this weird kind of bitchiness about everything that she does to help her through it, until eventually they get over it, and it's all high fives and fucking whatever else.
It's also worth noting that there is the potential, in one way, shape, or form, maybe
Definitely.
possibly, for a sequel.
100%.
Well, there's a post-credit scene that kind of...
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's fun. It really is.
It's good. I was going to say wholesome, but it's not wholesome. It's good.
Actually, it is good, wholesome family fun, because at the core of it, when you get right down to it, it's about the relationship between a girl and her mother, who, admittedly, had her at a ridiculously young age as well, and is therefore overly protective of the girl in the exact same situation.
I am not going to call it a wholesome family movie, just in case
families try to watch it.
Yeah.
Life lessons will be learned. Always wear protection.
Yes, that is.
Or else go anal. There was an awful lot of butthole apparently in the movie.
There was an awful lot of butthole. Unfortunately, it was the friend seeing it and not. fuck. Okay.
So glad you're the one that started that.
Just ignore Giz for a moment, right? And just to clarify, don't show this to your kids unless they're like 16 or something. I would agree. Like, you probably, like rubber up, kids. Seriously. There's diseases out there.
Alien ones.
You can catch way worse things than babies.
Pretty sure, technically speaking, from a certain point of view, babies are classed more as a parasite than a disease. But anyway, trailer.
Your voice just break.
I'm laughing.
Okay. Okay, we're going to hit the trailer, and hopefully we'll come back and Giz will be through puberty, and we'll say our goodbyes. We'll catch you in a little bit.
So, how far along are you?
A day.
I've changed a lot this summer. My priorities are different. Felt so good.
Did you pull out? I'm sure everything's fine.
This is triage, Haley. Priority 1 is keeping this quiet. Priority 2 is my general overall well-being.
How about we just slap you on the kitchen counter and aim you at the Vitamix? Okay. This is why you use a condom. Oh, this is so not why you use a condom.
Sorry. In relation to the line at the end of the movie, it kind of is why you wear a condom?
Remember that whole bit I said about the parasite?
Yes, true. I feel, call me crazy, it's getting through the condom that I don't ask me why.
Okay. Like, what was the name of that comic? Phil. That was it. That was Warren Ellis?
Yes.
We're not getting into that. Never mind.
You can hear the awkwardness in my voice. Yes. Can't talk about any of that.
Well, you know.
Well, we could. But
we had a guy. He was a star in a certain film industry because apparently stuff came out black. Turns out he was kind of infected with something demonic. It turned horror show. Very Cronenberg, actually.
Nice. Oh, so they get a load upon the face and then...
No.
No?
As in, from the inside.
Not fun.
Nope, and then they go killing through other people too.
Killing through other people too. That sounds like my kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, Snatchers is out since last year. If you have a chance to go grab it, or snatch it, should I say?
Yep.
Do it. Very good.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Very really entertaining hour and a half. And then throw on Mean Girls and Aliens afterwards. Have yourself a night.
At the same time.
You could do it like a horror movie baby shower. Where you watch Mean Girls, then you watch Aliens, and then you watch the product of the two movies if they fucked.
Which would be Snatchers, apparently.
Which would be Snatchers, apparently.
Okay. All right, then. I find it difficult to argue with your point.
You like Mean Girls. There's a Christmas dance scene, you'll be fine. Sexy Santas. Mrs. Claus's, should I say, actually. I was watching too much Umbrella Project there. I said Klaus instead of Klaus.
You did. Yeah. You did. That's messed up. Yeah. And now I can't stop thinking it.
It's so good. It's so good. If anyone hasn't seen it, we will be reviewing it in a week or two.
Season 2 of Umbrella Academy came out over the weekend.
God,
yay!
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Also, Transformers War for Cybertron Siege came out on Friday.
Also awesome. Delightful.
It's fun.
I haven't
Only 6 episodes. Bastards. I think they might be doing it like Castlevania. 6 for the first season, more for the next one. I hope they do.
Cinema Reaper just said you could call it the That's Why You Should Not Have Kids trilogy.
Ripley did keep losing hers.
Yes, and the mother and Mean Girls, you can figure out where the issues are there.
Okay, then.
Not all of the mothers, just young mom. Where she's trying to be the hip, cool mom because she's still young.
Oh, like in Snatchers, right? Gotcha.
Yeah. Huh. Except she's more of, whereas the mom in Snatchers is trying to be the hip cool mom, but you know, there's rules and boundaries because I am your mom. This is like, oh, you girls do whatever you want. I'm the hip cool mom. Do you guys want some drinks? Have some drinks. Let's get some drinks.
Okay. 2 pages later, who wants a platter of cocaine?
Oh, you have seen Mean Girls.
Oh, God.
That's why. Wait, FBI open up.
What?
I don't know what that's about.
FBI?
You or I said something. That's, anytime I see something like that, I'm like, you or I said something. I don't know.
I was being very quiet. You were saying a lot of stuff and I was being quiet.
I don't think I said anything.
Okay.
FBI warranted.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, yep, that's us done for tonight. Join myself and the Giz. Join Buzz and Carter Tuesday, where they're going to be doing another original versus remake, where they're going to be covering Suspiria. Very nice.
Yeah.
Bit of Argento.
Yeah.
Bit of Argento not. Or no, sorry. Bit of Argento. And a bit of Argent. Yes.
No.
Moving on. And on Thursday, which we were supposed to do last Thursday, but we postponed it due to the unfortunate passing of John Saxon, we're going to be covering the new Netflix series, Warrior Nun.
Yes, which is
about a nun who worries a lot.
It's not what it's about in any way, shape, or form. It's about a teenage girl that ends up getting a really ridiculously powerful artifact implanted in her and finds out that she's supposed to be the one true weapon against the forces of darkness. Shit, she wasn't prepared for that one.
What did I say about little girls? I said nothing about little girls.
Mean Girls.
It's probably Mean Girls. I wasn't talking about... It's probably little... I can't remember.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so Warrior Nun on Thursday.
Move up the microphone. Yeah, Warrior Nun on Thursday and Suspiria next Sunday.
You know, I've never actually... No, I did watch the original Suspiria.
Original Suspiria is great.
Yeah.
Remake was...
I liked the remake.
Good, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, I liked it.
Which it doesn't, because Giz had to remind me I saw the movie. What were my thoughts on it? I think we liked it. Okay, cool.
I liked it. You know,
we speak as one now.
Well, no, but generally, if I like a movie, then odds are you kind of probably liking it as well. Unless it's... This is one of those films that if I'm liking it, odds are you're liking it.
Yeah.
Because we'd be liking it for the same reasons. As opposed to some mad off-the-wall thing where I'm like, this is great, and you're like, why did you make me watch that? Or the opposite way around.
It's usually the opposite way around.
It is usually the opposite way around, yes. Which is why I'm confident in my assessment that if I liked it, you probably did.
I have a terrible addiction to backing crap movies.
Ah, I get it. The FBI needed to be called because you had...
about my inner 17-year-old... Yeah, but that's inside me.
Yes, that you were then letting out. That's why I was laughing as well.
Oh, right. Okay, that's fine. Right, now that that's out in the air, I feel I should probably clarify. I don't have a 17-year-old girl locked up in my house. It's my inner 17-year-old girl FBI officers.
Yep, his fiancée is, what, 27? No?
No, there's like literally a year between the two of us.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Hot fiancé.
Older than 17.
Older than 17. And I don't keep any of the ones that I have locked up in the house. I'm not an idiot.
Nobody's that stupid.
No, sir. Anyway, from our public internet show. Join myself and the Giz next week. We're going to be talking about some other sort of mad horror bollocks. And don't forget to join Carter and Buzz this Tuesday, where they're going to be doing another original versus remake. GoreCast out, bitches. Bye.